And welcome back to Friday Night Sports. Of course, the Manning Passing Academy always starts off with the media in the media room. It's a chance for us to listen in as some of the Mannings and some other notables get up and talk about the camp and also answer questions from the media itself. So let's go to the Century Room as we saw it this morning at Nicholls State and listen in as the camp officially gets started with the media.
Thanks so much for being here today. We're very proud, our 16th year, Manning Passing Academy. Proud of my family, two guys here, Eli and Peyton. Cooper's running around somewhere. Cooper's always been a big part of our camp, so it's fun for me. I just have to start. I just can't tell you how much we appreciate. We're grateful to Nicholls State, the Thibodaux area, Thibodaux, home of this part of Louisiana. They just such wonderful hospitality and what they do for us and welcome us every year. So we've got a we got a big crew. I didn't get the exact numbers. We're around 1,200 kids. You saw our staff. We're very proud of our staff. About 100. We try to keep it about 10 to 1, and we're right in there about 120 people coaching, and probably another 40 or 50 people that work to make the camp go. But very proud of our staff, consisting of high school coaches, college coaches, some pros, former pro players, a few pro coaches, and really proud of our college quarterbacks that come in. We got 36 starting college quarterbacks here. Now they're counselors, but they're coaching. But they also, get to work out a time or two while they're here. So that kind of consists of our staff. And when we have our initial meeting, it really makes us feel good. Everybody gets up and says who they are, where they're from, and how many years they've been here. And for these, a high school coach over in Alabama to get up and say, this is my 14th year, it makes us feel good or feel like we're doing something right, that he wants to come back. And we got a great group of kids. We don't ever like to be confused. We're not like kind of what goes on in basketball. This isn't a blue chip camp. Our mission, we started 16 years ago, is to help high school football players get better and to enjoy the high school experience. And that's what we try to teach here. That's what we try to teach out on the field, to get better, to learn about work habits, learn about proper fundamentals, to love the game, be passionate about the game. But we have lectures at night, and we talk about life values too, and try to bring them up to date on all the things going on in high school football. We're talking to them about concussions. We're talking to them about eligibility. We're talking to them about hydration, nutrition, and just life. So we're very, very proud and satisfied the way that's going.
All right, joining me now, a man that really needs no introduction, but we'll say it anyway, John Gruden. Welcome to Thibodaux. First of all, what brought you here?
Well, I'm here, first of all, to be at the Manning Passing Academy, and this is an awesome setting. 1,200 campers, 36 starting NC2A quarterbacks, and the Manning family. Nobody does it like these guys.
Now, you've got a son called Deuce, I think?
Yeah, John II. We call him Deuce. He's a Wildcat quarterback, and if Eli and Peyton and Archie can rub off on him just a little bit, he'll get better.
I heard you talking a little bit ago about commitment to a college. You believe in staying the whole time, don't you?
I do. I think, number one, you want to get your degree. You want to be able to fall back on that. I also think when you get to be a senior, that's your time. That's when you're going to be looked at to be the leader of your team, and you're going to be in a class of about 25 other seniors, and you want to finish. I'm a big believer in finish, and I really admire what Peyton did at Tennessee, Eli did it at Ole Miss. I like what Andrew Luck is doing at Stanford. He's finishing to get his degree. He's also finishing because of his loyalty to his fellow Stanford seniors, and I think the guy's got a tremendous amount of character for doing that.
I've watched your show when you're analyzing the quarterbacks. Analyze Andrew Luck. I know you think pretty highly of him.
I get accused of that. Gruden, he likes everybody, but this guy has very few flaws. Above the neck, from an football intelligence standpoint, he's very similar to Peyton Manning. He's got a tremendous passion for the game. He loves it. He craves knowledge and opportunities to get better. He loves the big stage and crunch time situations, but he's big. You see the prototype size, and he's got rare athletic ability. This guy's built like a linebacker, and he's hit like a linebacker on games at times. there's not a lot of weaknesses. This guy's going to be, I think, a superstar at the next level.
When you're walking around 1,200 participants, your son is one of them. How do you got to be proud of that he's out there and learning like you, grassroots on up, right?
Yeah, I really am proud of him. I'm really proud of all these campers. You know, seriously, there's campers here from South Dakota, Alaska, Washington. They come from all over the country to be trained by the Mannings and to get better and to see these guys push themselves in this heat. I love it, man. I get fired up.
Final question. When you're out there and you see a prospect, what strikes you first about a prospect?
Well, obviously the talent. You know, the guy's natural passing ability, the physical makeup that he has, his ability to move around and run. It's hard to say right now. We're just doing individual drills this morning, but as the week unfolds, we'll see how these guys make decisions in 7-on-7 and how they relate with their teammates, meeting new people. But I always look for talent first, guys that can hum it, guys that can really throw it, and they've had a lot of guys like that in Louisiana.
You've been to a lot of camps. Rate this camp.
It's #1 camp that I've ever seen. I mean, the organization of this, you almost have to see it to believe it. There's 1,200 kids going different directions when the horn blows. But I think the teachers, you know, Buddy Tevens, Archie Manning, the guys that run this camp have done it for so long. It's impressive. It really is. Great organization.
Tell me you like to fish.
I like to fish. I hear there's some good redfish down here. I'm going to find me one before I get out of here.
Final thing. The local audience wants you to look at that camera and give me that intense look that you have been so accustomed to doing, huh?
All right, let's go. We'll see you on see you down the road.
Thanks, Andrew. Coach Gruden said you're one of the best prospects he's ever seen. Now, coming from John Gruden, how does that make you feel when a guy of that caliber says that about you?
Oh, it's very nice of him, obviously. It doesn't make me feel bad, I guess, but I'm not trying to discredit his opinion, but I try not to, read or listen to too many opinions of that sort. I think I'll get myself in trouble if I start doing that.
He was always also very complimentary that you went back to play another year. And what came into that decision?
Not a lot, I guess. It was a somewhat simple decision in my mind. I sort of wasn't ready to leave. I wanted to be with my teammates still. Wanted to improve on my game. Finish my degree. So I guess those little things.
You mentioned something about that, being with your team, coming back and being with your teammates, especially with a coaching transition and what they might be able to accomplish. Tell me about that how important that was.
Yeah, so we, a class of, 2012, we were a very tight-knit group of guys in the locker room. Everybody in the locker room is, but, it felt like, we had something special going on football-wise, and I enjoyed being around the guys, and, why not come back and try and improve and really leave a positive mark on Stanford athletics.
I was talking to John Gruden just a second ago, and I asked him what he thought about the camp. He said this is by far the best camp he's ever seen. Now, coming from John Gruden, how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes you feel real good because I wanted John to be here. I love John Gruden. I love his enthusiasm. I love his passion for the game, and I wanted him to come bring his son, Deuce. So for him to say that makes us feel good. We work hard in trying to. We want people to have a good experience. And we want these kids to have a good experience at our camp, but we want them to have a good experience playing high school football. And that doesn't mean winning a championship. That doesn't mean getting a college scholarship. That doesn't mean throwing 40 touchdowns. That means loving the game of football and playing and having some success as a high school football player. We want our college guys that come here and work to they spend some time with Peyton and Eli. We want them they kind of bond together. We want them to enjoy themselves, learn more about, they do want to play pro football, and that's fine. And so if Peyton and Eli can help them, give them some ideas. And then we're just so grateful for our coaches who come year after year after year from all over the country to coach. Small college coaches, high school coaches, some former pro players who come. So we're proud. We're grateful to the Thibodaux area, Nicholls State, what they do for us, and we're pretty humble though. And for John to say something like that makes us feel good.
Something you said on the podium. You said this is not a blue chip atmosphere, and I see Andrew Luck sitting over there, and he decided to go back and play his last year at Stanford. He said he called Peyton just to get some ideas on how to handle it. I think that's really the kind of persona that's around here. This is not blue chip. It's a way to progress, a way to learn, and a guy like that's a great example.
Well, he is, and Andrew, he's just such an outstanding young man. I tell you, for him, that's a great comment what John Gruden said. Another one, though, is for Andrew Luck, who's the most heralded player in college football this year. For him to come back to our camp. I mean, it's not like, you know, he's not getting rich doing this. He's coming all the way across the country, but we feel like we have an atmosphere where we all love a game of football, and we're all here to help these kids, but to have fun. And Andrew's kind of the leader of these. I got 36 starting quarterbacks here, and these guys bond together. So we're really proud of Andrew, but it's people like that, and through the years, our college players have really made, and the kids love these guys. So that's really gratifying.
Thank you. Okay, we appreciate it. There you have it from the media's point of view. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more from the Manning Passing Academy at Nicholls State University. It's all next.